Am I happy? I don't know. Never you thought about it. Fuck happiness. All I really cared about was I looked in that fucking mirror, I saw a piece of shit. So as times get hard for me, I get happier because I know that no one else will follow. That shit fires me the fuck up. It flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, poor me, to oh, poor everyone else who's gonna have to fucking try. Because once you stop chasing feeling good, you become dangerous. Everybody else is addicted to comfort. I'm addicted to growth. They pray for an easy day. I pray for a day that breaks normal people. You know why? Because pain shows you exactly who you are. Pressure exposes your real character, and every time life turns the heat up, I get this sick satisfaction knowing most people would tap out right there. That's why I don't chase happiness. I want something deeper. I want that forged in fire identity, that unshakable mindset you only earn through nights alone, through getting back up when you shouldn't, through becoming the one person you can't bullshit. So let life get ugly. Let it get heavy. Let it get unfair. I'm built for the days that make other people quit. I don't need happiness. I need that look in the mirror where I can finally say, yeah, you survived another one. You're still here. You're still standing.
I became obsessed with being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created. Once you become obsessed with something, it's okay to be unbalanced for a while. To be the best in the world at what you do, you have to be unbalanced enough to find every bit of energy and strength you have to pull it off. I googled the 10 hardest races in the world, and number 1 was a race called the Badwater 135. It's a 135-mile race through Death Valley in the summertime. I went out there, got to mile 20, wasn't feeling too bad. Around mile 30, I started feeling my shins getting extremely sore, and I started developing stress fractures and shin splints. I started feeling the metatarsals in my feet beginning to break around mile 50. By mile 70, I was totally destroyed. I broke all the bones in my feet.
All my life, I was the underdog. They told me I wasn't good enough. They told me I was dreaming too big. They said a kid from the LBC couldn't make it. But guess what? I didn't let none of that stop me. I stayed true to myself. I stayed focused on the vision, and I turned them no's into yeses. See, adversity is like the gym for your soul. It hurts, it's heavy, but it builds you up. Every time you wanted to quit, every time life tried to break you, you chose to stand tall. That's what makes you great. Everything they said I couldn't be, I became.
This is what hard feels like. Did you expect it not to be hard? Did you expect this thing that you're trying to achieve not to be difficult? Every other person feels the exact same way. They also feel the hunger. They also feel the fatigue. They also feel the lack of motivation and the I've got to keep the business going, and I've got to keep the relationship steady, and I've got to do the rest of it. Every other person that you're competing with also feels this. What would you do if you weren't afraid? And I love thinking about that when I'm thinking about big life decisions. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And it's usually like the big one, the bigger thing that I really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it. It's like, that's what I should do. Everyone feels overwhelmed. Everyone feels scared. Everyone is tired, but not everyone keeps going. Not everyone steps into the thing that makes their hands shake. Not everyone bets on themselves when they don't know how it ends.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful, but you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. It's like the first thing you want to do is dispense with the idea that you get to have any permanent security outside of your ability to contend and adapt. It's the same issue with children. It's like you're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. And you might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking. And if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
If you play it safe, you're going to exist. You only get to live when you take risk. Ain't no living in safety. You can't be the man if you don't jump. You can't be top dog unless you fight the other dog. Ain't nobody gonna give you the championship. You don't win the title without coming to the fight. You don't win the fight without training. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable scenarios, okay? If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. Let me say it again. If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. As a man, you have to understand we as men do better in environments where we're uncomfortable, okay? You put pressure on a rock, it turns into a diamond. You got to let go of that stuff from the past, because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now. The comfort zone is dangerous. When you're comfortable, you are at most danger. The comfort zone is somewhere you should never feel comfortable. You should be happy and dissatisfied. You ever have anybody tell you, hey, look, you know what? Just be satisfied with what you got. Don't believe them. Get them away from you. That's good. You should never be satisfied with what you got, because the attempt to get more makes you into something better all the time. Don't let anybody tell you, hey man, you should just be happy the way, no.
You have to take chances in life. If you don't take chances in life, you'll never have the life God has for you. Your life is about risk. If you play it safe in life, you ain't gonna have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It takes courage to pursue your dream. I just did it. It cost me everything, but eventually God is very good, man. When he sees you take a leap of faith, he supplies you everything you need. Now it's gonna cost you something, but most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're gonna have to hurt a little bit. Fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. And so it looks like this ocean that you're going to step into and drown, but as soon as you step into it, you realize it was not that deep at all, and you can keep walking through it. Fear wasn't the problem. Comfort was. Stagnation was.
You got to look at things and say, like at a certain point, like eliminate the outcome. Stop being driven by rewards. Stop being driven by outcome. Stop being driven by, if I get this, I'm gonna do this. Just work. And if you don't get what you thought you were gonna get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important? What you acquire or who you become? Yeah, that's me. And a lot of people think what they driven by, if I get this, I'm gonna do this, just work. And if you don't get what you thought you were gonna get, show up and still go to work. Because along the process, what's more important, what you acquire or who you become? And a lot of people think what they acquire is the thing that makes them who they are. No, it's who you become in the process of chasing what you want to acquire, right? Change expectation for appreciation. Extract the lessons and the blessings from the situations that didn't turn out the way you want them to turn out. But most importantly, man, approach it and eliminate the outcome, right? Just go for it. Work. Who are you when nothing is working? Who are you when your plan falls apart? Your results stall out and life tells you not yet. The version of you that keeps showing up even when it hurts, even when it's slow, even when you're tired of believing, that version is unstoppable.
This is why most people never get anywhere. Most people are incapable of picking a direction and just going. They observe the possibilities. They get paralyzed by all the possibilities. They refuse to move forward on all the possibilities. And then time passes them by. So it's very important that you make a decision and you go down that path. You commit to that path with the mentality of having zero options. I don't have a choice but to see this through. If I don't see this through, I'm gonna be digging ditches. That's what I tell myself when I don't wanna come here and I don't wanna do this. And I get tired of, doing what I do, which happens to everybody. You go through ups and downs. I pretend like I have 0 options. I say, well, if I don't do this, bro, I'm gonna be digging ditches. So I better show the fuck up and get it done. And that might sound ridiculous to you because that's not the truth anymore. But I still tell myself that. And that's how I operate. So you have to pick something and then you have to commit to it for as long as that's going to take to make sure that you see it through. Nothing changes until you do. Nothing moves until you pick one thing and attack it like you've got nothing else to fall back on. You have to choose something and then you have to decide you're going to become a monster at it. No matter how long it takes, no matter how bored you get, no matter how many times you feel like quitting, you already know the rule. Pick a path, burn the boats, and don't fucking stop until it's done.